Welcome. So we're going to start today from a child's pose. Bring your feet together to touch, bring knees out wide, and send the hips back towards the heels. Stretch the arms out in front of you, bring the head down towards the mat, and then just start to tune into the breath, moving it up and down the spine, and getting a sense for if there's any little spots that are extra tight or that need a little bit of extra attention today. But mostly just feeling. On your next breath in, we're going to move into a tabletop position, and we'll move through a couple rounds of cat-cow. So as you inhale, drop the belly, lift the tail, draw the chest through the hands. As you exhale, tuck the tail, lift the spine up towards the ceiling. And just moving at the pace of your own breath here. Again, just feeling and sensing into what it's like to be in your body today. We're going to move through about 5 or so rounds of that. On your next breath in, we're going to tuck the toes under, send the hips up and back, push firmly into the hands. We'll move into a downward facing dog. As you breathe in, we're going to lift the right leg up towards the sky, hips still nice and square, and then just roll that hip open towards the side. And our shoulders here are still nice and firm, facing the front of the mat. And then as you breathe in, bring it forward between your hands, drop the left knee, and we'll move into a little stretch for the hip flexor, nice low lunge. If it feels comfortable, you can bring the right arm down beside the right hip and then lean the left arm over towards the right, picking up some of that tissue along the side body and just increasing the stretch a little bit for the hip flexor. Bring the arms back up overhead and then bring them down to frame the right foot. Push firmly into the hands, and then we're going to lift that right leg back up, three-legged dog. Step the right foot down, and then inhale, lift the left leg up, bend the knee, roll the hip open. Nice little stretch there. And again, just staying nice and strong through the hands. Upper body is still facing the front of the mat there. Draw the left foot forward between the hands, drop down onto the right knee. Inhale, bring those arms up overhead, leaning heavy into that hip. And then again, if it's comfortable, you can bring the left arm down beside the hip, reach the right arm over towards the left side, and increase that stretch a little bit, add a little extra dimension there. Hands are going to come down to frame the left foot, and then we're going to shoot that left leg up and back into our three-legged dog. Step the left foot down. Inhale, we're going to lift that right leg up. Exhale, draw the nose to the knee. Inhale, lift the right leg up and back. And then exhale, we're going to step that right leg through between the hands, root firmly into both feet, scissor the hips together, and then we'll lift up into our nice high lunge, crescent lunge. Again, just getting into that left hip flexor. So we inhale, arms come up overhead, reach. And then as we exhale, we're going to begin to turn over towards the right side. Arms open nice and wide. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. And exhale, again, turn open. And then one more time. Inhale, arms come up overhead. And exhale, arms are going to come wide. Nice little twist there. We're going to draw the right hand down the left leg. We'll move into a little twisted exalted, lifting the chest up towards the sky. And then we're going to spin it all the way around. So left foot's going to come parallel to the short edge of the mat. We'll move into a warrior two for just a couple breaths here. So nice and strong. And bring your hands down to frame the right foot, and then we're going to take a big breath in, shoot that right foot up and back, move into a high plank, exhale, Chaturanga, three-legged or regular, inhale, upward facing dog, and then exhale, we're going to push up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, we're going to lift the left leg up this time. Exhale, we're going to draw it forwards between the hands. Root firmly into both feet, and we'll rise up into our high lunge, second side. Keeping nice and engaged through the pelvis, tipping it up a little bit towards the face so we can access that front line. And then big breath in. And then exhale, we're going to open the arms, twist towards the left. Inhale, center. Exhale and twist. Inhale, center. Exhale and twist. And then we're going to let that left arm find the right leg. Send the right arm up overhead. Inhale through the chest, lifting the heart up into twisted, exalted. And then spinning it all the way around to the other side into our warrior two, the left leg forward, hugging that knee towards the pinky side edge of the mat. Windmill the arms down to frame the left foot, and then take a big breath in and lift that left leg up and back. We're going to come forward into our high plank. You can stay three-legged or regular. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And then exhale, hips up and back into our downward facing dog. We're going to walk the hands to meet the feet, so somewhere in the middle of the mat, and then just nice and slowly roll up all the way to stand. And take a big breath in, reach the arms up overhead, little back bend there if you want it, and then exhale, hands through the heart center. Now we're going to lift the left arm up, use the right hand to catch the right foot, and we're just going to lean forward nice and easy here into a little dancer's pose. Again, just really getting into that right front line. Staying nice and steady there, just reaching forward and back. Release the right leg, then we're going to step it out nice and wide, so both feet are going to come towards the long edge of the mat. We're going to move into a little prasarita. Interlace the hands behind the back, and then just let the shoulders kind of open up there, taking a few breaths with a nice flat back, and then folding in a little deeper. Just make sure your toes aren't pointed outwards at this point. They're just a little bit inward maybe, or straight forward. Inhale, rising up, halfway lift. And then coming all the way up to stand. Windmill the hands down to frame the left foot, and then we're going to lift that leg up and back, coming into our three-legged chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Take a little moment to pause here. Pedal through the legs, get a nice stretch through the back body there. Just tucking those underarms under, and then we're going to walk our hands to meet our feet again, and we'll move towards the second side. So nice and slowly roll upwards to stand. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Reach, 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 reach. Lift the heart, lift the chin. Then we're going to bring our right arm up overhead. Use the left hand to catch the left ankle. And then kick back into that left foot and start to lean forward, and we'll move into our dancer's pose on the second side here. Nice and strong through that standing leg, and then just using the back foot to provide enough tension to keep you balanced up top. Let go of that left leg, and then we're going to step it out wide. We'll move into our prasarita, second side. So legs are out nice and wide. Arms are going to interlace behind the back. Take a big breath in and exhale, fold forward. And you move through a couple little rounds of that. So as you inhale, rise up. As you exhale, fold in. Just rinsing out the shoulders here. Inhale, come up flat back, and then come all the way up. Hands are going to come down to frame the right foot, and then we'll lift it up. Three-legged chaturanga. We'll come all the way to the ground this time. We're going to move into a couple little back bends here, so we'll do some Cobra Pose to start. So as you inhale, lift from the back of the heart, lifting the spine up. You can use the fingertips for some support. And as you exhale, come down, just a couple little rounds of that. So as you inhale, rising up, maybe coming a little further the second time. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale and down. Then we'll move into a Locust Pose. You can stay doing your Cobra or join me here. So interlace the hands behind the back. Make sure they're lifted off of the glutes. And then we'll lift through the chest, through the head, through the feet, keeping everything nice and engaged. Pelvis is pushing down into the ground. And just a few breaths there. And then exhale, relax, bring the head to the ground. From here, we're going to flip over onto the back, so into a nice supine position, and we'll go into a little bit of figure 4. So right ankle is going to come up over the left knee, and then you can bring the leg in, so you can interlace your hands and grab onto the thigh or the shin, whatever you can reach, really. If you feel a stretch with the foot on the ground, you can keep it there. But just drawing it in nice and sweetly and taking some deep breaths, getting a stretch through those external rotators. From here, we're going to keep that position, but just twist it over towards the left. So right foot is going to plant onto the ground. Right arm's going to come out nice and open. Left arm, you can use it to just guide that knee away from you. So we're getting a nice twist here, as well as a stretch through the TFL and the spiral line. Draw everything back to center, and then we'll just switch sides. So left ankle is going to come over the right knee. Hands are going to interlace behind the shin or calf or thigh, wherever they can reach, really. I'm just drawing it in nice deep breaths here. And same thing, left arm is going to come out wide, and we'll just twist on over towards the right. So left foot is going to plant beside the right body. And then right hand can just gently guide that left leg away from you. Draw the knees back towards the center, and then we'll just extend them out long, extend the arms out long. Make any little adjustments that you need to be comfortable there, and we'll just move into our resting pose, Shavasana. So just let everything sort of fall away. Release any tension that you might be holding in your jaw, your tongue, your eyeballs, your feet, your hands. Just let it all go, and then let the ground support you. Just sink right on into it. Nice and heavy, like your butter melting on a pan. You can stay there as long as you'd like, but when you're ready to come up, just start to move through the fingertips, through the toes. You can reach the arms up overhead into a big morning stretch. Roll out to the right side for a little minute, tuck in, get comfy, and then come up to seated. Bring your hands together at heart center. Take a little minute to just thank yourself for everything that you do for you. To feel gratitude for everything that you have. Thank you so much for practicing.